I don't know if you're gonna believe this or not, but it is December 7th here in western Minnesota, and it's almost 60 degrees. I'm in a t-shirt. I think last year at this time I was riding my snowmobile around right there. Anyway, we're not going ice fishing. We're going deer hunting with a guy who you know from ice fishing, Danny Thompson from Garmin. He also loves to hunt deer and manage deer property. So we're gonna go check out one of his places, actually a couple of his properties, where he's put in food plots, he's got stands. We're gonna see if he can't stick a giant, and we're doing it in the brand new Toyota RAV4 Woodland Edition. Toyota said, hey, we want you to try this car out, drive it around a little bit. So we're gonna go film Danny Thompson for an episode of Prairie Sportsman, and you're gonna see the behind the scenes in this video for Fish on Forever. So weird. I've never driven a hybrid or any sort of electric vehicle before. I parked it to move some vehicles around in the driveway before I left, and when I got back to it, it was like it had shut itself off, and I couldn't start it, and it wasn't running, and I just put it in gear and started driving. It's crazy. And the first thing I noticed, if you look on the tachometer over here, it's not RPMs, it's charge, eco, and power. And honestly, I have no idea what that means. I got a pile of stuff crammed into this RAV4. I got a big Yeti cooler, I got my bow, I got all my camera gear, I got clothes, I got hunting clothes. It's time to go see Danny. We're gonna see what kind of mileage we get with this hybrid. So my Highlander that I drove, I was getting 28, 29, 30 miles per gallon depending on the conditions. One day I was driving with a pretty good tailwind. I was getting 41 miles to the gallon with it. That's just straight gas. Right now I just have an eco score of 28. I don't know what that means. What are you seeing out there, Danny?
There's a bunch of ducks out there. We stopped here in Lake City on the way down, and there's, I mean, despite having the late winter, there's a pretty good migration of ducks, you know, hanging out here. I suppose they'll stay here until it freezes over.
Yeah, they won't have any reason to leave.
They have no reason to go, yeah. But, I mean, there's thousands of ducks just in this little bay right here. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, I know we're supposed to be down here for a deer hunt, but, I mean, both of us are also waterfowl guys, and we figured we better stop and take a look at all these birds. It's a lot of mergansers out there. There's some commons, some hooded mergansers, but there's also some golden eyes. We saw some mallards. And this little stretch right here, I'm running a time lapse on it right now because it's just constant. There was birds swimming around and then just constantly ducks and mergansers landing the whole time. I mean, if you look out there, it's just a constant stream of ducks coming in. They must be feeding here. It's probably loaded with bait fish and
well, the cool thing is
right there.
Like, we're seeing ducks that you don't normally see ducks like this in Minnesota. You know, we were talking about the goldeneye, how many goldeneyes are out there. Like, you don't really see those otherwise, you know, except being in a spot like this time of year. They're all flying in right now.
So crazy. Danny, we're supposed to be deer hunting right now.
Well, the ducks seem to be a little bit more visible than the deer. Yeah, the deer hunting forecast, it says bad.
Oh boy. All right. How long have you had this place?
So I actually just got this place about a year ago. So it would have been around the first of the year last year. So I had one season to kind of work really hard, get as much done as I could, and then, you know, then get ready for deer season. So I'm ready to get my late season doe here and get back to work on the property.
All right, so we're gonna get unpacked. You got the wheeler out in an e-bike. There's our camp, and we're gonna hunt tonight.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Purple top. This big sexy mix is a mix of purple top turnips and tiller radishes.
Okay, it's a little dark in here right now, but we're heading out the next morning here, 6:24 this morning. Not bad here, Danny. I saw back home it's blowing and snowing right now. It's supposed to here this afternoon, but we're hoping to get a deer before that weather hits us.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a crazy year this year. I mean, we got these amazing food plots with a lot of food in them still, but they're still eating acorns in the woods. In fact, we got a picture of a black bear last night. So
oh, really?
It's kind of a unique fall here.
Well, we found out that we also got pictures of deer in the food plot we didn't hunt last night.
Yeah, we kind of, we had two options. We obviously chose the wrong ones. So they've been in that top food plot. We'll give that one a try. That one's got a little bit bigger water hole, so I don't know if they're just liking having that water or what the deal is here, but we'll see what we can do.
It's our last morning out here. We had a storm come through last night, dumped some snow on us. Wind picked up, and we thought it was going to kind of shut things down because there were deer in that food plot pretty much right at last light the day before, right, Danny?
Yeah.
And what happened last night?
Well, nothing.
And then as soon as we leave,
the deer are literally, they were coming in the food plot as we were climbing out of the stand to walk in.
Yeah, not leaving, but climbing out of the stand. They showed up on camera.
And stayed in there, so we didn't spook nothing, which is good. But the other funny part is there was some deer standing up here at the fish house.
Yeah.
Like right in the driveway. So, I think they're patterning us as much as we're patterning them. But, it is what it is. And we had the storm come in, there's snow on the ground, the wind has kind of died down. I mean, maybe this morning, they'll move because they didn't move a ton last night.
Yeah, so we decided to camp here, stay right on the property, stay close, and since they were literally 20 feet away from where I slept while we were climbing out of the stand last night. So it's our last morning. Let's go get one. First, caffeine. Well, you think they snuck past us, Danny?
Yeah. This is where they went last night. You can see their tracks. They skirted right off the side of us here. I guess they come back through this morning.
Well, our plan was to try to bow hunt a big buck or maybe rifle hunt a late season doe in Wisconsin. Who knew it would be this tough this late? To see more of our hunt with Danny, check out the new season of Prairie Sportsman starting in January. So I really want to thank Toyota for giving us a chance to try out this RAV4, but I just bought a brand new Tundra and I'm excited to get back and drive that around. But if you're looking for something that's got a little bit better fuel, mileage, we've been getting about 35 miles to the gallon. You can still put a dog kennel in the back. You can put a big cooler in the back. You could fold the seats down and sleep in the back if you wanted to. This could be a nice little compact hunting rig or camping rig as well if you don't want to jump into a full-size pickup, or if maybe you want something that you can also haul some stuff with and have as a daily driver in addition to your pickup. The Toyota RAV4 Woodland Edition Hybrid, not a bad choice.